Well, I'll tell you what, folks, welcome to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. We are in the state capital of Wisconsin.
Yes.
We are in Madtown, Madison. The state capital is just to our east. UW-Madison is just to our west down the way, but we are at 320 State Street. We are at Mad City Frites.
Oh, I've been on the frites for years.
We got a lot of great recipes, and you're gonna meet BB, the king of frites.
Ah, yes,
BB,
yes.
the king. BB King, the frites.
BB King.
King of frites.
You got it.
In just a moment. We'll be right back. Great recipes. Stay tuned.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is brought to you by Modern Home Products, the makers of MHP, Phoenix, and Profire Grills, All Natural Golden Plump Chicken, Cherry Delight, Brew Pub Pizza, Wisconsin Potatoes, Forgotten Fire Winery, Alcam Creamery, Sundrop Soda, Merck's Cheese Spread, Glorious Malone's Fine Sausage, and by Crisp Kraut Sauerkraut.
Mad Dog and Merrill here.
The hosts of Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling.
Number one.
It says it all. Sweet, thick, and rich.
Hickory.
Smokehouse flavor.
Spicy.
Habanero mash with sweet heat.
Garlic.
Just for you garlic lovers.
The works.
Sun-ripe tomatoes, sauerkraut, onion, and a hint of mustard.
It's all in there.
The works, all in one condiment.
Grillin' Magic, Rema Hazel, and our seasonal.
To season all, look for the two good-looking guys on the label.
Ask your grocer for Mad Dog and Merrill products.
Available at a store near you.
Welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling, and I'll tell you what, we're having a good time today.
We are on State
Yeah.
Street. I've been down to State Street a few
Oh, yeah,
times.
plenty of times.
It's a great place to come. There's a lot of great opportunities along State Street. Some good, some bad.
Yeah.
Mostly good. Mostly
yeah,
good.
yeah, yeah.
Mostly good. Thank you. We have Taylor Beebe with us, and Tay is the proud new owner of Mad City Frites.
Yep.
And,
Yeah.
and frites are Belgian fries. And what makes a Belgian French fry?
So they're twice fried. So they're sealed in the first time to seal in
Okay.
all that moisture at a lower temp. And then that second time for a shorter amount of time at a higher temp to get them nice and crispy on the outside, but still really fluffy on the inside.
So I went to your website. Your
Yep.
website is
MadCityFrites.com.
madcityfrites.com.
Easy enough.
And I saw the menu, and what I did what Merrill and I did is we paired recipes that correspond with some of your frites.
Yeah.
Frites. The frites we say, yes.
So Merrill, we chose the Sconi
Scotty Sriracha.
Sriracha.
Yep.
And Sconi Sriracha is a nice little sriracha sauce with.
Yep, so it starts with our base aioli and then some fresh lime zest, juice, and some sriracha, and that's about it.
So you make all the sauces fresh here?
Yep. we do.
Really? Oh,
We have
boy.
13 right now to choose from.
Oh, I'm
And-
excited.
And
I'm
they
excited.
sound great. And we're going to do 3 of those today. Merrill's got a little
A
sriracha.
little sriracha. I've got the Severan crowd here, which we're going to spice things up a little bit. First of all, I just took this off the grill. The cast iron's
It looks
very
piping
hot.
hot.
It is very hot there. We just took that off. We used some butter in there and melt that a little bit.
You know, Taylor, by the way, we have a lot of great sponsors for the show, and we appreciate them. Hold on there, Merrill, one
Okay.
second before you squeeze. In Alcam Creamery out of Richland Center does a hand-rolled Amish-style butter.
yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the only butters that we use, and it's just
Looks
wonderful.
great.
It is
Oh,
phenomenal.
That's really good. The flavor, it's
Yeah.
phenomenal. So anyway, we've got some butter in there. Melted butter. I'm going to use some lemon. Squeeze a lemon. Boy, I'll tell you, nice lemons today.
I know, I
You
chose them.
must have went to the grocery store. You know how to pick your
Dang
lemons.
toot.
Usually the tough guy,
Yep.
you know? I even want to put some lime in there. Does that bother you there, sir, if I do that?
No, the lime is what's in the siracha.
I know,
Yeah, we
I
told you
know,
that.
I know.
No,
I just
so
don't
what-
want to bother you.
No.
You know how testy he gets. Yeah. A little lime. I love
One
this.
of us has to care.
Okay, all right. A little bit of diced tomato. Dice some more tomatoes. I'm going to put a little bit of Sundrop. Just a little bit for the flavor on there. Dice up some more tomatoes and onions.
Our good
Mix those up in there.
Yeah.
The Severan crowd is just phenomenal. They got a different flavors, but this is the sriracha. Nice and spicy. I'll put hair in my head, that's what we say. I've tried it. It hasn't been working. It hasn't been working.
So Merrill's going to mix that all together, I'm assuming.
Yes, sir.
With
I
the
am.
onions and the tomatoes, and mix that together.
Yeah.
It smells great so far. So Taylor, how long? You know, something I went in there and I said, Taylor, I said, what a business, what a great place. Madison, downtown State Street. You must have been in business like for 25 years, but you're not even
Not quite.
hardly that old. You're not that old.
I'm not that old, no. So we opened December 2nd of last year. So I've been open almost 10 months.
Good for you. And
Yeah.
you're from Madtown originally.
Yep, went to Madison Memorial High School, moved back to open up this.
Isn't that great?
Yeah, it's
And played
awesome.
a little volleyball.
I did.
Yeah,
I did.
good.
That's the height, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Use what you
Exactly
got, right?
Merrill spiked a few things
Well,
in
I
his
did.
day.
It wasn't
Yeah.
the volleyball, though.
It wasn't the volleyball.
I got plenty of spikes, so. Look at that. I love this stuff.
That looks
And
great.
so all your cups are cups of gold. Here's, by the way, here's the way you get the cups. And it's just phenomenal. So these are the Belgian fries.
Yeah, so they're served in the cones like that. And then we all have tables. All of our tables have holes drilled through them so that you can set it right in there.
So we drilled a hole in ours just
I
for
know,
you.
just for me.
Isn't that great? Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to create a nice little menu here today. And pork steaks are wonderful to do on the grill. So I'm going to take a pork steak, and we're going to talk a little bit, Taylor, about marinades.
Great.
And we marinate, and this is the key thing. In 35 years of doing outdoor grilling, we learned a couple things along the way. Imagine
Just a
that.
couple,
sure.
ladies and
Just a
gentlemen.
couple. We learned that we marinate not to tenderize, but to give a little character, personality, and flavor to cuts of
Right,
meat.
right.
We marinate
Great.
2 to 8 hours for cuts of meat, not to get them tender, but to give them a little bit of character in cuts of meat. Marinades need 3 major ingredients, and just like with your nice little sriracha sauce you made, you put a little citrus in there. Our citrus is an acid. That's going to break down the surface tissues of that pork steak so the flavors work into it.
Great.
So acids are lemons and limes, oranges and grapefruits, pineapples, red wines, white wines, red wine vinegars, white vinegars, herbal vinegars. You can do just about anything as far as an acid. People use coffees and teas, and we've done that several times on our show. So the acids are in there. They're breaking down the surface tissues of that meat product. The second ingredient are flavorizers. And just like you put your lime in your sriracha is your flavorizer. I brought a little sriracha sauce along at home. Don't tell the family I took the last of mine. Is it the same name brand?
Yep,
I
same
think
brand.
it's the only one in existence.
Yeah, it seems to be.
Yeah,
It's the best
exactly.
anyway.
Yep. So I'm gonna put a little sriracha sauce in mine, and it's a nice little chili sauce is what it is with a little bit of spice. I'm gonna put a little bit of our Grandma Hazel's, which is garlic, peppers, onion, fennel, celery, red pepper, green pepper, onion, sodium, little medley of herbs and spices inside of there. And I'm gonna throw some onions in there.
Yum.
So I'm gonna mix that all up so the acids are breaking down the tissues. The flavorizers are
Oh,
working
boy.
in. The flavorizers
Yeah.
are working in. I'll tell you what, you have any issues in Madtown on a late night,
Yeah.
the heck with the pepper spray?
Yeah, onions, man.
Onions.
They'll knock them off, I think so.
Slice
Oh
some
my
onions
God.
and toss them at people. It'll take care of them, Taylor.
They'll run,
Trust me.
they'll run.
It's the same. I'll tell you what. I'm giving you the same directions and ideas that I gave my daughter.
I
Okay.
appreciate that.
Thank you. Right. Yeah. And I'm also going to use a little bit. I'll use some of Merrill's. I'm
All right.
also going to use a little bit of our good friends at Sundrop, nice citrusy soda. So I'm going to add a little bit of citrus
Nice.
soda to the top of that. And then if this is opened up, and it is, the third ingredient, as the acids are breaking down the tissues, the flavorizers are working in, we're going to seal it in with a nice little oil. And we're going to present that to the grill after about 2 to 8 hours in the refrigerator to let it absorb flavor. So tell us a little bit, the menu items, you got some specialty toppings that you do.
We do, yep. So we do a poutine, which is there are frites with fresh
Right.
cheese curds and gravy on
Oh,
top.
oh.
So
Oh,
it's a
cheese
boy.
curds and gravy.
Yeah,
I'm
right.
liking it.
Oh,
I'm
Right?
liking it.
Right?
Now,
Exactly.
Very
did you come up with that
Wisconsin.
idea, or?
Nope, it's a Canadian dish.
Really?
So, yep, you have
And then we're
thing.
doing the grand frites.
The grand frite, yep. So set up very similar, but bacon, our beer cheese sauce, and then green onions on top.
And we'll be doing something with bacon a little later on. And Merrill threw something on the grill. I haven't found out what it is yet, but I want to ask him. So let's kind of platter this up.
All right.
So these are those gorgeous pork steaks, and that
Yeah.
has that wonderful marinade on. I marinated these overnight, and the pork steaks are delicious. They're done to a nice 165 degrees, and I'm gonna take a spoon, and I'm sorry for reaching over you,
Oh,
hon.
that's all right. Oh, that hun. Okay.
I'm gonna take a non-slotted spoon,
You're a smart man.
and I'm gonna dump my oil out. And whenever I get in front of a beautiful lady, I always get a little
He gets
little
nervous.
I do.
His cheeks start turning red, too. All of them.
I'm blushing right now.
Yum.
Isn't that delicious?
That looks great.
Now, you serve those with those fries,
Yeah.
and you got
Oh.
yourself
We're in
one
business.
Fritzen, Fritzen meal.
I like it. I like it. Now, are you a griller at all? Do you grill?
I know my way around a grill.
I bet. What type of things do you like grilling?
I do a lot of pork tenderloin.
Oh,
Great.
good deal.
Yeah.
Good choice. Good
Yeah.
choice.
It's hard
Why don't
though.
you give your website one more time? We'll get it a couple more times during the show, but give it your website.
It's www.madcityfrites.com.
And when
Really
you're in
easy.
Madison, it's 320 State Street, right, gosh darn, in the middle of State Street as far
Yep.
as what I can see.
Yep.
Down a little bit more towards the east end maybe, huh?
Yep. Yeah.
So yeah, stop in, CT. We'll be right back with more of Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling in a moment.
You got it.
Let's get the frites
good
out of
stuff.
here.
Yeah, these frites are good.
Oh, they
I love
frites
these
are.
frites.
They're good, huh?
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is brought to you in part by Brewpub Pizza and by Golden Plump Chicken.
Welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. I'll tell you what, I talked to Tay a little bit, and we got the Grand City Frites. The Grand City Frites right here. That's a beer cheese, that's bacon underneath, and green top onions. So here's the way we're gonna start this show out. We're gonna take some green top onions, because she's got green top onions on there. I've got some of our wonderful friends at Merck's Cheese. I've melted a little bit of their nice sharp cheddar, their sharp cheddar cheese spread, and Merrill's stirring away on that. That's looking good. So we're gonna take the Merck's cheese, we melted it down to a nice little consistency for pouring. I'm gonna add the green top onions over the top of that. Now, the wonderful thing at the Mad City Frites at 320 State Street is, today is the first day she's actually serving beer.
Oh.
So she's happy as can be, and we've got the little nitro, we've got the milk stout. So I'm gonna add a little bit of beer into our cheese, and I promised her I'd cap that up, and at 6 o'clock tonight, she's having that beer. So I'm gonna put that back on the grill, and now we just diluted it a tad bit, but we made it into a beautiful little runny sauce with the beer added to that sharp cheddar of Merck's cheese. And because we've got the bacon, I thought, what better way to do it than bacon wrap things?
You got it.
So I thought zucchini, nice and healthy. Take a nice zucchini, and all we simply do is cut that into pickle-shaped spears, and add a little bit of, I add a grilling magic of ours. Our grilling magic is a garlic pepper blend. I put it all over the top because I like pepper bacon. And all we're simply gonna do is take our bacon, and at one end of our zucchini, season the zucchini first, is just do a little wrapping. And we're just gonna roll that baby right around.
Beautiful.
Circle that up, and I'm gonna toothpick that at both ends, and that goes on our MHP grill, indirect method of cooking, for about 30 minutes, till desired doneness, about 30 minutes. And I thought, what the heck, I'll get those, what do you got?
No, I'll tell you what, I'm really going to knock it up about 5 notches, you
What?
know? Because I'll tell you, I love a side pork.
I love side pork.
Side pork's great, you know, but I'll tell you, we're going to, like I said, notch it up 5. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wrap the side pork up with bacon.
Bacon wrap side pork,
Bacon
it's
with-
never been
oh,
done.
you got her. This is really good.
Hey, side pork, by the way, is
Oh.
on smoked, is on smoked bacon.
Right.
Pre-smoked bacon before it's smoked.
Exactly.
So show the cameraman
All right, Mr. Cameraman. We're just going to go ahead and wrap this baby up.
the side pork up in
side
bacon.
pork.
Bacon up in side pork, it's
Bacon
great.
up and side pork. Toothpick it on both ends. Place it on the grill. This is just absolutely excellent. I'll
So
tell you what.
probably
I could,
indirect like I did for about 30 minutes.
Yeah, definitely want to do that. And you know what? The longer you leave it on there, the crispier it gets. I really like it really nice and crispy.
And then you can
Where
add the
you
brown
bite in there.
sugar.
Oh, yeah,
Brown sugar
man.
is pork candy. Now we got bacon pork candy. So
I
look
love
at
it.
these. I didn't see you get those on there.
You better believe it. Life's
Merrill,
good, ladies
look
and
at
gentlemen.
that, folks.
Life is good.
That is the bacon wrap side pork. So we got bacon wrapped around side pork, and I'll tell you what, this ain't gonna go very far.
No, it won't.
Bacon wrap side pork, that looks absolutely delicious. Now here's my little zucchini wedges,
All right.
and those were on the grill. I should probably use a spatula, but maybe with those picks, I'll just do it the way they are. Remember, there's toothpicks in it. That's bacon
Yep.
wrapped zucchini.
Oh my gosh.
I know, that looks delicious too. So with the cheese fries, with those grand
what a great
frites,
combination.
grand frites, the grand frites right there. Now we're going to take, and we're going to, this is Wisconsin. We are in Madison. This is State Street. And when you're in Rome, you do as the Romans do.
You got her,
so we
man.
got bacon wrapped around side pork. We got a beautiful cheese spread with the beer, with the onions, and we're just going to do a little drizzling over the top of there. Now, you know, you cardiologists out there, I know what the heck you're thinking.
Yeah,
but I'll
make
tell
sure
you
you
what.
call the office Monday morning.
No, they're thinking about, I'm going to do that recipe.
Yeah, you better believe it. You better
Can you
believe
smell
it.
the beer in there?
Oh, you sure can.
Absolutely
You can definitely
delicious.
tell it's
I'll
like
tell you
a
what, there's
stout.
only one way to find out. I'm sorry, I'm
You
taking
got
one
her,
right
you got
now.
her, you got her. All right, all right.
Here's a part and there's a part.
Okay, thank you.
I took the bigger part.
For pot?
Oh man.
Oh.
We'll be right back. Oh man, that's heaven.
Welcome back to Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grilling. We're in beautiful Madison, Wisconsin today.
I'll tell you what, that is true. Like I mentioned earlier, the capital is that way. We'll get a picture of that for you good folks who haven't seen it. UW-Madison is that way. We are at 320 State Street, the main drag of Madtown. Mad City Fritz is right above us here, our good friend Taylor, and we're trying her game day, game day Fritz or fries.
Man,
and the
I'll tell you
game
what.
day, let me try that, because the game day is great. That's rosemary and garlic.
Flavor 'em.
That's rosemary and garlic, and it's just absolutely delicious. And you keep eating those.
All right.
I'm gonna do one thing back here. I just flipped
right.
some ham steaks. The wonderful thing about ham steaks is they're pre-cooked. It's 2 to 3 minutes on both sides. If you cook it any longer, it dries it out. It's got sodium in there, sodium dries. 2 to 3 minutes on both sides is all you really have to do. Now we got a little crab meat, and I just want to totally warm that up a tad bit. So I'm gonna put a little crab on top of the ham while we create the rest of the dish here. So we're gonna put a little ham over the top of that. And we have rosemary and garlic. So Merrill thought of a great idea.
You know what I'm gonna use? Oh, what do you think of that cheese?
Rosemary and garlic.
Yep, and the horseradish cheese. Very good.
So this is Merck's horseradish cheese spread.
Now I'm going to use the whole stem of rosemary. I'm not going to strip it down. I'm actually going to infuse the flavor to it. I don't want to overdo it. Usually if I'm doing like prime rib or something like that, I'll
It's
definitely
okay,
strip
but
it
I
up.
hate the whole stem. I
Right,
hate when you
right.
get little pieces.
I
So
got
I'm gonna
some
stir
garlic.
that rosemary in there. Hold on, now what?
I got some garlic in here, crushed garlic.
You got fresh crushed garlic, Gary.
Called me Gary.
Yep, I called you Gary. Whenever I call you Gary, you're in trouble.
You know, he's irritated at me. He's irritated at me. I could tell. All right, a little bit more garlic, sir.
That's a lot of garlic already.
A lot of garlic. What the heck? Yeah, what the heck? It's almost Christmas. Some tomatoes.
So we see we got the rosemary, the garlic
Ooh.
in there. We got the Merck's horseradish cheese spread. Throw those little tomatoes right
in there. Yeah, it
Stir
should
those
do it.
up. One more.
Yeah, well, go for it. What the heck?
What are you gonna do? Toss
Well,
them
I only
away?
got 3 left over.
Put that back on the grill a minute. Now we have to have something to serve over the top of them. And we did some broccoli a couple weeks ago. I don't know if you watched that show or not, but we did some wonderful broccoli.
Right.
Cauliflower is great to do. I took fresh cauliflower and I actually cut one in half. I put it in a Ziploc baggie, pour just a drop or two of water in there, seal it up, microwave it. And for that half of one, it took 667, somewhere in that neighborhood. It took about 6-7 minutes or so. Flipped it over a couple times to make sure that it cooked evenly. And when it's done, it's just totally nice and soft. It's done. And then you take that when it's still hot, so you infuse the flavor.
Sure.
I'm gonna squeeze a little bit of lime over the top of that, a little bit of our Grandma Hazel's over the top of that, and a little bit of oil. And until you're ready to put it on the grill, you put it in the refrigerator, and I think we're ready to plate ours up.
Okay, sounds good.
So there's our ham and crab, and I'll get those
Ooh.
over there.
Like that.
Get the ham and
That
crab over
that
there.
oil's been a pain all day.
Well, I don't know who had me move it.
It wasn't me.
No, it wasn't me. It was Rod, our producer of the show,
Yeah.
our editor of the show,
Well,
our
is he gonna get
cameraman.
after we talk to him?
So we're gonna take those ham slices, put them over there. I gotta make room for this cauliflower. It's
Oh,
just
man, look
gorgeous.
at that.
Nice low heat and sear it up. I'm gonna move it that way there. And just sear it up until it gets nice and warm and tender. The flavor of the grill is phenomenal on that cauliflower. The crab and the ham is wonderful. And all we're simply gonna do, got a lot of cherries in here,
A lot of cherries.
is we're
a
gonna
lot
take,
of tomatoes.
and a lot of tomatoes. That's what I meant, cherry tomatoes.
Lots of tomatoes, ladies
See if I
and
can't
gentlemen.
get some cheese sauce.
All right, we can
Well,
go
we'll figure
bobbing.
this out. We'll be right back. Oh, there we go.
There we go, there you
man,
go.
that's gonna be delicious. Little rosemary for garnish over the top.
A lot of tomatoes.
A lot of
ladies and
tomatoes. I don't know why you put those tomatoes in there. Hey folks, we had a great time here at Mad City Frites. We'll see you a little bit later.
Mad Dog and Merrill's Midwest Grillin' is a production of Lashbro Visual Communications.